Hey, Nate. How you doing, bub? Can you hear me? Hey, Murray. Can you hear me? Crombie, Linda, hello. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Nate. Couldn't find the video. You're not late. You're early. What you talking about? Excellent. Hey, Miss Erin. Miss Erin. Good to see you today, dear. Hey, Linda. All right, Murray. Hey, Christina. Oh, my goodness. All those emojis. Girl after my own heart. Hey, Deanna. Huh. Well, okay. If there's a link, Nate, send it to my email, will you? Hey, Otter Cat. Yeah, I saw that military base thing. I get bad juju off it. That's probably why I didn't really want to. I don't really want to look at it, to be honest. I'm going to, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Sounds ominous. So Anita asked that question. Vicky, Courtney, Mary, Sue, Laura, Sane. Hello to you. Yeah, hello. Okay, Amy's auntie. Hey, Gaia, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Froxy, there you are. Where's Kelly? Yeah, Gaia, I actually started this an hour ago because I didn't change my analog clock. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to watch that speech, Linda. President Obama's speech. Okay, just so you guys know. All right, Amy's auntie is Denise. Hey, Karina. All our moderators today. It's a beautiful thing, people. Lori, how you doing? No, you're not, honey. You're fine. You're never late as long as you show up. Maybe lady. This thing. Okay, so if President Harris runs in 2028 after she cleans up this mess against Gavin Newsom, at this point he would win. Got to be honest, I'm gonna put it right out there. Spirit team said he would win. Hey, Maxine. Hey, Oxford. So many of you I haven't seen in so long. Good to have you here. So I subscribed to this woman on Substack, and she said, I'm gonna have to cuss because it's part of the name of her handle is I'm too old for this shit. I like her. She posted something about, and I'm going to fact check it, but she posted something about how the only states that the AG stood up and took a stand against the SNAP thing were blue states, and that the red states didn't do anything. If that's true, doesn't surprise me. Hurts me a little bit. I've been hungry, and it's not fun. Yeah, but they all say that. Even President Harris said, I don't know. She says, I don't know what I'm going to do. They have to say that. They have to say they don't know what they're going to do. They can't put it right out there. Yeah, you heard that too, Mary? I don't know, Chemical. And hello, sweetie. I missed you somewhere. I missed you when you came in. Cat Nana? Yeah. Water instead of milk in the cereal. Yep. Well, yeah, Karina, I agree with you. This is what's needed. And I said that in one of the videos day before yesterday. I don't want to see anybody hungry. None of this is right. None of it is fair. Okay. But the truth is that life is not fair. And we need something like this. When you start messing with somebody's money, that's when you get a reaction, the proper reaction from them. Okay, I'm going to answer that, Dee Dee. I'm going to answer that question. And I just did a video. It's up, but I haven't. It's not public yet. Didn't have time for that. I don't know, Nate, if she'll be 1 or 2 terms. It's too early. I'm not getting an answer. It's too early to tell. There's too many variables. At least 1. All right, Dee Dee? Linda, yeah, I think that Pam Bondi will be impeached. The girl's a hot mess. She's the only word I can really come up with is she's weak. Okay, she's not a badass. She doesn't have it in her. She tries to act like one. She's trying to fit in. And the truth is she's getting orders from everybody around her. She's treated like a third-class citizen, okay? And she doesn't have the fortitude. So she would be like the one of the easiest people to go after as far as impeachment. Well, Chemical, as soon as more people on the red team wake up, we'll start moving in that direction again. We are moving in that direction, and that's in regards to President Harris being where she's supposed to be, in her proper place. It is moving in that direction. It's just not moving at the rate we want it to. Yeah, Lori, slow motion, yeah. Yeah, I think they draw the line at after 2 years green. I agree with that. I don't think you could run for a 3rd term, technically a 3rd term, if you came in after just a year of a term. You know what I mean? A year through the term. I think they'd have the cutoff right there. Because again, she won. So even though hasn't served out the entire term, nothing. I don't think she could run after 2028. I do think that she would take governor of California after that. If she was president in 2028, I think she would take governor of California after that term. Oh, yeah, Martine. She's a ham bone, my noodle. Leo. Yeah, chemical. The only thing is that wouldn't work in this instance. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as her running past 2028, assuming she won the 2028 election, but I see what you're saying. Well, we already know there's a bunker under there, Gaia. We know there's a bunker under there. It's public knowledge. People just forgot. People were just ignoring it. He didn't need to tear that down to get to the bunker. He had access to the bunker. He's just doing stuff to avoid the epi files. That's all he's doing. That's all they're doing. I don't think he's doing anything. Yeah, Anita. Unfortunately, anything in the Constitution right now doesn't mean squat. They should, but it doesn't. That could happen, Linda. Yeah. Yeah, James, thank you. And hello. Yeah, things do change. People change their minds. Free will, again, free will, biggest factor in timeline shifts. Hey, Estelle, how are you, sweetie? YouTube is having technical difficulties, period, dear. Well, Cat Nana, I've a long time ago, Cat Nana, long time ago, 30, 40 years ago, I lived in places for the homeless where you had to get a job. Okay. I don't think it's a labor camp thing. Well, let me see. Hey, Deborah. So, Deborah Hoynes, I'm going to do a reading on today. I'm doing 4 videos today. So I'm going to do a reading on the shutdown, snap, and include seeing if the ballroom's going to be built. I don't think it is. There's not going to be time. Deanna, I think you might be right about the temper tantrum due to the no kinks. That makes sense. On the other hand, again, I don't really like to talk about him in the present tense because I don't feel him. Just remember, Spirit Team said that Donnie Jr. was one of the people running things, and he is exactly like his father. He knows what to do. He knows what type of temper tantrums to have. These people will go to any lengths to hide the truth. They've already proven that. I'm confused as to why people can't wrap their brains around that. Well, he is too, Lori. I mean, it takes more than one person, honey. He was on the list. Don Jr., Steve Miller, they were both on the list of who's running things. Okay, so we have pictures of Mar-a-Lago Halloween party. Who says that was this year? I wasn't there. AI this and AI that. They could have AI'd his rear end right into the video. Hey, chaotic. Yeah, Vance is kind of Nate Baker. Vance is kind of, but he's more of a. I get such weird vibes off him. Gross vibes. Okay. So that picture of him smooching on Kirk's wife, it made me want to toss my lunch. Ugh. Yeah, Karen. Hey, Karen, how you doing, sweetie? The kerfuffle at the military base in DC, I haven't heard. See, I haven't been. I've been a little busy. Did not hear about a kerfuffle at the military base in DC. It was planned so that Clash pathetic. Could get a win. Spirit team give a yes on that, Karina. That's a possibility, Deanna. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time the leader of a country has used psychics and seers. Okay, that's been going on for thousands of years. Constantine, he used seers. He saw Jesus coming and just picked him out of a bag and said, "Oh, we're going to make him special, so we can have all the power." Hey, Kathy Mullen. Contrast, yeah, he's gone. Not in the way they said he was, though, and not by who they say who did it. None of that's true. Hey, Michelle, how you doing, sweetie? Oh, Ottercat, that's a good way to look at it. Ottercat says she feels like having them on the military base just makes it easier when it's time to scoop them up. Hey, Nana Puddin'. Okay, let's pull a couple cards here. Nine of Coins, reaping what they sow. Ouch. Also, if this military base thing happens with them, do any of us really think that the top brass in the military are going to tolerate that BS? Listen, I'm trying to get a point across, and there's really no gentle way for me to say it except for just to say it. People are going to have to get hurt. People are going to have to go without food. Military bases are going to have to be commandeered. These are the things that need to happen for people to wake the F up. Period, point blank. Humans learn through pain. Karina, that was funny. Karina says, little rabbit foo-foo running through the forest, scooping up the field mice and popping them on the head. I remember that. Fifth Democrats will be prepared to surround the White House with millions of protests demanding for Orange Mess. I heard about that, Nate. That's a thing. Chemical squirrel, that's a thing. The general's house, well, of course they do, Vicki. Okay, yeah, Nate, I did see that on, somebody posted that on Substack too. We got to watch I don't necessarily trust Facebook information. My experience with Facebook has never been pleasant. I don't know who that is, Mega Karen. Help me out, honey. Peanut butter toast lady. I'm slow today. Yes, Candy, I know, honey. I have children that have children that have had their benefits taken away. Oh, that's nice. Chemical Squirrel. Chemical Squirrel has a one of those boxes that on a post that you can hold. It's like a little library, but she can also put food in those. So she put food in those. Okay, I still don't know who Peanut Butter Toast Lady is. Help me out there, folks. Chaotic, that's funny. Is it a cuckoo? Yep. See, the problem with humans is we talk too much. We shouldn't even know on social media. It should not be posted on social media when somebody is planning to join a coup. Hello? It's the element of surprise. It's like the cops with their flashers and sirens on going to raid a drug house. What was your point? Now they know you're coming. There they go. Saw ya. Bye. People have to stop talking and just start doing. Thank you, Denise. Come on, only 48 likes out of 91 people? Come on. How about us, sister, will you? Linda, I don't think November 5th is going to look like January 6th. I feel there's another one coming. There's another takeover attempt coming. And the Red Hats will be involved. And again, stay out of the way. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Hello there, Mega, M-E-G-A, you guys. M-E-G-A, Karen. Listen, there's a lot of hypocrisy, okay? The entire regime is... Mary Vila received a gift membership from Gaia Emery. Thank you. Yay, let's ding a bell. Oh, that's nice, Terry. Terry says there was a produce stand in her neighborhood that wanted to help people losing SNAP, and in 4 days they raised $15,000 from 700 people. Excellent. Hey, E-Group. Yeah, E-Group, I keep pointing out that, thank you. There's more like, thank you, you guys. I forget to do that too on people's videos sometimes. YouTube is doing stuff. They're transitioning stuff. Hey, Susie. Yeah, that's what, Crumby, that's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Freaking hate hypocrites. I really do. One of my pet peeves. How you gonna stand there and tell me about myself when you're doing exactly what you just accused me of doing? Ah, thank you, Lori. Ding a ding. Let's get another card. I could sit here and talk trash all day. And don't forget the Zoom room at 5 p.m. Eastern. Can talk trash, cuss a little, mind the F-bombs. Justice. Let me try that again. Come on now. There we go. Sword of truth, justice. Yeah, I get you, Karen. Not my house either. We have a favorite word in this house every day, all day long. Candy, thank you for that, hon. I'll believe it when I see it. Lori. Man, I got a lot to say, girl. Yeah, Maxine, she's, again, if she would receive SNAP before her children were snatched from her, and she has nothing to say. Nothing wrong with, look, I worked and had kids. And when I worked and had kids, minimum wage was $7.25 an hour. And people are whining about $15, $16 an hour. Please. $7.25 an hour, 40 hours a week or more, didn't cover anything but the rent and a bill. That was it. It did not cover anything beyond that. Hey, Clarence, there you are, honey. Good to see you. Well, Mary, they said that she got her SNAP taken away when her children got taken from her. Maybe, Linda, it might take years for the economy to come back. I'm not seeing years. I mean, a couple, but not like 10 or 12. Yeah, Candy. Candy says her first job was $3.25 an hour. Oh, actually, mine was too. I waitress. My very first job, I was a waitress. Didn't make any tips. Our state, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but even my son is making $16.50 an hour. He was working at a grocery store. It was $13 an hour. So I think it's at least 10 an hour in New York. Yeesh. Tim Walls is taking care of other things, Nate. AI be the future of this? No, I really don't. No, something's going to happen that hurts people. And how about self-driving cars? Oh, big fat, nope. Because they have not perfected the AI. And they don't need to, it's too soon. $15 in Illinois, says Karen, for minimum wage. Yeah, I think it's the more expensive states. New York, California, Illinois. That makes sense to me. Michigan. They're telling, Spirit Team's telling me Michigan. Yeah, Susie, I'm not trusting those cars. Yeah, Linda, he must be doing well if he's able to. He doesn't look any different to me than he did when he left office. 1666, huh? Well, Sally, even though I'm gonna put it out there, the Catholic Church turned 666 into an evil number. It is not. 4 is the number that promotes change. 5 is the change. 6 is taking action on that change. Yeah, Cat on, it's not going to work for them. It's not going to work. Not because so many people, masses of people shop at Amazon. And when AI screws enough people on Amazon that shop on Amazon, there's going to be uprisings about that too. Well, Jack Smith, I think we read on that, and it was a yes, honey, Taurus. On one of the videos there, 3 of coins, yeah, collaboration, yeah. Okay, now. I swear, I need a better camera. This camera's awful. I got 2 actual video cameras. Yeah, Massachusetts pretty expensive to live in, huh, Mary? Oh my goodness, Estelle. Exactly, Froxy. I don't need a church to talk to my higher power. And I don't need to be around a bunch of people to talk to my higher power. In fact, I can't connect when I'm around too many people. The camera is separate. It's an added thing. I've had one like this before. It's the focus part that bothers me. 1650. There you go. I think I said 16. Yeah, 1650. My son's making 1650. The truth is, Estelle, there's really it's expensive everywhere. That's just the way it is. And before he pilfered the contest, it was expensive. But people, when COVID hit, price gouging got out of control. And that's one thing that President Harris actually said she was going to get that under control. There would be a cap on how much you could charge people, including rent. Because what I pay for the place I live in, please. Oh, Denise said, what kind of God makes you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're 5 years old to go to mass? Nancy, yes, I do think that in 5 years, our country will be very different in a good way. Gaia, exactly. They did not. I was like, well, maybe they'll drop them. But no, because they're greedy. Because, we didn't want their level of living to go down half a freaking notch. But it's, it's okay for everybody else's to go down 10 notches. Holy smokes, Linda. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Well, I don't need 4 bedrooms either, but I couldn't. Oh, please. I'm trying. I get 2-bedroom places because I don't want my kids thinking they're going to come live with me. I'm just saying. I've been there, done that several times. Ace of Swords. Short of truth. Jeez, Mary. $2,200 a month for a 1-bedroom. Oh, well, good for you, Linda, raising 2 grandkids. Yeah, contrast, they do that on purpose. If they only give you 35 hours, they don't have to give you any benefits. Okay, Nate, this is what I'm getting from the 3i Atlas. It's really hard for me to explain it. It's a living organism, but it's a living organism that is, it is made out of several other living organisms, intelligent living organisms. You see what I'm saying? Have you ever seen a sci-fi movie where the ship was alive? That kind of thing. Yeah, me too, Deanna. Yep, I was 3. You're going to hell. That's all I ever heard from my parents too. Jeez, Froxy. I can't. I qualify to go live in apartment buildings for the disabled, and no, I'm not doing it. Because there's a lot of people knocking on other people's doors, asking for cigarettes, asking for this, asking for that. And after a point, I just don't even want to be around myself. Hey, Susie Q. OtterCat, I don't see teachers making enough money for $2 million small homes at any time soon. They'd be better off to buy a piece of property or rent a piece of property and put a tiny house in there, because you can expand on tiny houses. Exactly, Karen. Thank you. Karen said it very well. Our relationships with everyone else is a personal thing. Why is it any different with spirit? I don't need a priest telling me what's right and what's wrong. Four of Wands. Happy home, happy family. Well, filing tax. No, the filing of taxes is going to go on for a while, okay, years. But it will come to the point where you're still going to have to pay taxes, but I don't think you're going to have to pay them to the government. I think you'll pay state taxes, and the state will hand over a portion of those taxes to the government. But you got to run the government. You need money for that. I mean, people aren't going to work for free like they're experiencing that now. But generally, people don't work for free. Well, it's almost too late. There is, first of all, no such thing as hell. I think the closest we get to hell is here on Earth and in our life review. You ever heard that term, too mean to die? That's rump roast. Oh, good, Gaia. Yes, Estelle, I had that. You better believe this shoved down my throat for my entire time I lived at home. That home. Yeah, Marisma, that's my point. This is what I keep hearing. It's not just me saying, "Oh my God, maybe this." No, that's exactly what I hear. The thin walls, people asking for something all the time. Your property being vandalized. Yeah, talking about living in some disabled apartment communities. Some, not all. Guy says she was married to a mean one like Rump Road. She's still waiting. Taurus, actually, Rump Roast, his soul is ready to go, but they're just not. They're not making that happen. Nate, they say something nasty about Papa Joe? Well, just because it's a subscriber only for the live chat doesn't mean that somebody didn't subscribe just to get in the live chat. Will Stephen Miller see his child being born after his wife left him? That's not his child. It's not his child. Just saying. Just repeating what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, Nate, thank you. Typical narcissist. Only a narcissist would say it's your fault for something that happened 6 months after you left office. Only a narcissist would do that. Oh, good, Kay. That's kind of, I love mobile homes, to be honest with you. They're perfect for me. All one level. I've always liked mobile homes. Did I miss talking about Erica Kay and Vance? I said something, but I didn't say anything predictory. I'm having a hard time with that, Taurus, wrapping my brain around that. I mean, I'm having a hard time digging into that energy, is what I mean to say. I saw the title on another psychic's channel about her trying to get into the White House. I kind of need to dig into that myself, and I'm going to write that down. And so I will dig into that at some point, probably not tomorrow. I already have topics for tomorrow's videos. So probably Tuesday. Okay, there we go. All right, so I will do a video on that, Erica and shady eyeliner there. Yeah, Denise, it's gross. The last thing, you can't unsee the picture of him and her smooching. It makes me literally sick. Yeah, Kay, she gives me some vibes too, Erica. I'm not interested. That's why I'm struggling to get into her energy. Isn't there enough bad juju around here? But it's kind of what I signed up for when I started the channel, so it will get done. Linda, I don't think there's any such thing as friends in that regime and their acquaintances and the people that they deal with. I don't think there's any such thing as friendship. They throw each other under the bus in a millisecond. Yeah, I said that. I see that, Nate. I see that MTG wants to run for president. So remember, I did a video and Spirit Team said that she has ulterior motives for speaking out on the Epi files. Of course, she has ulterior motives. Okay, Lori, thank you. Well, Denise and Oxford Cat, I think that all these narcissists in one place, these dumbasses going to move to military bases, I think they're positioning themselves to be taken down. Linda, I think that JD Vance did have something to do with him being unalived, with Kirk being unalived, because he was getting too many followers. And I just want to make sure that y'all know that I don't think Charlie Kirk is a martyr, okay? Because he was just as nasty as rump roast. Nate, more like years, hon. More like years. It took years to make that, to make Project 2025 the way they wanted it. Yeah, Cat and Anna, they all have motives. And it's all about them. That's funny, Denise. As soon as she got JD, no more contact with. As soon as she gets them, yeah. Well, maybe she'll get a VD to go with it. Lori, okay, so yeah, my power company changed my meters, and I'm supposed to be on a budget, like the same amount every month. That hasn't happened. And I just got to know, oh yeah, your meters are doing it for you automatically. Well, I guess some people at Rochester Gas and Electric are losing their jobs then, because they're going to IA meters. Listen, I don't think it's going to get that far that IA takes over everything, or AI. I'm sorry, AI. I don't think it's going to get that far. Something's going to happen, and people are going to take a step back and take a deep breath. They're moving too fast. Taurus Harris didn't ask for a recount, honey, because she had no power to do that. She just, it just wasn't. It's hard for me to explain that they told her don't do it. She was advised not to do it, because then she would appear to be the, what you call it? election denier. They would accuse her of being the election denier. And we all know that rump roast is an election denier. So there were many reasons for why President Harris didn't ask for a recount. That was one of them. She took it under advisement and she followed what her instincts told her. Mary Kamala was absolutely right. She was on point. Everything she said during her campaign was true. And she would know. You know, she's dealt with people like rump roast her entire life. Putting him in jail. Yeah, Vicki, some of them, most of them, I think you're right, that the Republicans that are now singing a different tune, it's only to save their own backsides. That for most of them, yes. You know, not everyone in the government is doing naughty stuff. Okay, not everybody. The things we think in black and white. That's how humans think, black and white. It's all this or all this way or all that way, and that's not the way it works. Most things are gray. So everyone in the government, everybody in Congress, everybody in the House, you know, everybody in the Senate isn't up to no good. Yes, thank you, Nate. You know, Anita, I have to be honest. I think that it was brought up by several counties that there was something that wasn't right, and nobody listened. There is this wall that the regime builds between themselves and the truth, between themselves and the truth. And every time that the truth is about to come out, that wall gets put up, boom, immediately, to block the truth from coming through. So it's our job, our responsibility to break through that wall, just like they broke down the Berlin Wall, okay? Just the same exact way. We need to tear that wall down between them and the truth. Oh, bye, Froxy. Lori, I agree with you. It would have been beautiful, and it's going to be. However, we needed to go through this. So President Harris getting in and taking her rightful place immediately was just going to slow down our ascension. It's going to slow down our evolution. We are literally evolving right now, physically, mentally, spiritually. Listen, the other day, I was sitting there, as I do. I was sitting on my little couch, and my mind was wandering. And there was something that kept trying to break through to my thoughts. And what broke through was, right now, everything, including standing on the floor, sitting in a seat. It's so harsh. Everything is so harsh. And when we're feeling like that, that is because we're ascending. We're ascending vibrationally to a different dimension, a different vibrational dimension. We're not going to all of a sudden float up to heaven, okay? That's not what ascension is. It's the spiritual evolution of us. That's ascension. Yeah, Maxine, they want to blame Kamala Harris and President Biden. Well, what? They had no power. None. They said, don't bother about the recount, you'll be an election denier. Okay, so she takes that advice, and intuitively she took it as well. And she knew that she shouldn't talk about having a recount. She knew that. But she asked anyway, in case her intuition was wrong, because she's even said it out loud herself, that her decision to run for president, or to allow that campaigning to be handed over to her, was she made that decision out of her ego. Now, to me, it was the right thing to do, whether it was her ego or not. But I mean, she seems to be very aware of herself on a spiritual level too. So I feel like, I mean, you have to have intuition when you work with criminals. You can't be walking around, when you're working with hardcore criminals. So, Kat Nana, you can take, you're going to be okay. One step at a time, Kat Nana. One step at a time, honey. So anywho, she was in a hard position, and so she didn't do the election denying thing. And then after she conceded to rump roast, and was very upset because she knew what was going on. She just didn't have any proof. Okay. And her being a lawyer, she needs proof. So after she concedes to rump roast, she and President Biden had zero power to do anything. Okay. Zero. What was she supposed to do? If someone can name that, I'll look into it vibrationally and see why she didn't do it. He got the same advice, Kat Nana, that she did. During rump roast's fake inauguration, and this is why spirit teams, all of our spirit teams said, no, he won't be inaugurated. No, you know why? Because it was fake and he didn't really win. So it couldn't possibly have been an inauguration. It was fake. Okay, they were just going through the motions. Remember, she was walking with Biden, and that took a lot of class for her to show up at that stupid fake inauguration. That took a lot of class. And she sucked it up and went. So, what'd she say? She said justice is coming. But none of us knows enough about politics and the intricacies of how things work well enough to understand, to wrap our brains around the fact that there are certain things, there's processes and steps to take. It's like the military, they're very strategic. They're not just going to rush the Capitol and go in there and snatch up the regime. That's not the way it works. I wish it did. I really did. I really do, but that's not the way that works. Yeah, her in the giant hat, Kat Nana, she knew, and she's worn that hat again. I saw her wearing that hat again, but I think that was one of her doubles. You can tell her doubles; they're a little more paunchy in the midsection. Yeah, Nate. These things take time. Everything works out when it's supposed to, for a reason. Everything works out the way it works out for a reason. I can't sit here and claim to be a spiritual being and not open my mind to possibilities that I don't understand. Because again, I don't know anything about running a government. Yeah, Taurus, her doubles do look off, Melania's. Well, Maxine, they could lock him in the bunker. put in this here. Don't believe anything you see, Mary Avila. Or Avila. Mary Avila, don't believe anything you're saying. Oh, it's live. It's live. Hey, I can put a button up that says it's live. Doesn't mean it's live. I don't believe anything I'm watching anymore. Yes, same. Because the universe is forcing the collective to be patient, because one of our character defects on a collective level is that we are used to having what we want, when we want, immediately. Instant gratification. That's what this era is all about. It's instant gratification. Taurus, I can't answer that question, honey, about when they'll announce his death. Time frames are two. They've been saying between November and December. That can change. Other people have free will. Tuesday, huh? I'm kind of afraid to go. Do you know, I don't know if anybody else experienced it. When I voted for the presidential election, they usually ask for ID. And nobody asked for ID. And I felt like that was really suspicious. How do you know I am who I am on your list there of people? Anybody else not have to show ID when you generally used to have to show ID when you were voting? See, I don't feel like we've proven we're patient because we're still bitching about the timing. See what I mean? That's just me. I'm still, I still get frustrated with the timing a lot. And I think it's human to do that. Okay, chemical squirrel, but when you went to vote for the presidential election, did they have you show your ID? Yeah, see, we had always had to. Last time I voted, we had to show ID, and we didn't this time. That just feels, what's the word I want? Feels like a setup. See what I mean? I mean, you have to show ID for so many things. You show ID. You have to show your ID to cash a money order at the post office, for crying out loud. It just feels like a setup, the not having to show your ID. Okay, thank you, Nate. But previously, did they ask for your ID? That's what I'm looking for. Exactly, chaotic. Right there, what you just said. One polar reads your name to the other who has found your name. Yeah, and yep, and showing the ID. Yep, that was the process here. None of that happened this year. We're a blue state, Karina. I'm not sure, hon. Exactly. Chemical. You got to show your ID to prove you're breathing. It's ridiculous. Okay, thank you, Oxford. Oxford had that same experience. It just felt like a setup. When I went down there, it felt like a setup. I don't think my vote was counted properly or at all. Oh, 10 of Swords, end of the battle. Yeah, for healthcare too, Lori. Yeah. Seriously, chemical. I mean, it's pathetic. It's ridiculous. You have to show ID for the dumb stuff, but the important stuff, oh no. We're just going to let that go and trust you to say you are who you are because people are generally so trustworthy. Set up. Okay, Lori. Lori said BRB. Oh, Lordy. I can't see what I'm doing here. What do we need now? We need a... Let's get a Mystic Journey. Mystic Journey, Urgle. I'm going to go vote because it's the right thing to do, but to be honest with you, I don't want to. Because I feel like it's going to be a waste of my time. Yeah, chemical. They had people, there was a story about this one woman down south who had lived in the same house for 50 years, voted at the same exact place for 50 years. When she got there, this was a woman of color. When she was like 80 years old. When she got there, they go, oh, you can't vote here because you don't live in that house anymore. Wait, what? Where'd you come up with that? Pulled that one right out of your backside. Oh, well, geez. Hope is the first step to faith. Let's pull another one. You work at the pole, Splinterfoot? Hey, Betty. Hey, Sienna. Love. Luck. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Denise. Okay, everybody, read Amy's auntie. Read her comment right there. The new one. Oh my goodness, it's a jackalope. That is kind of curious. Open your mind to possibilities you can't fathom, said the jackalope. Yeah, suspicious. Yeah, Maxine. Transform. Okay. Growth. prosperity. And unalive. But that has to happen before the transformation takes place. Something has to unalive. Oh, thanks, Taurus. Those are my Halloweeny nails. Those are going to come off in a few days. I think I want to wear something purple again, but without decorations. Just be my normal self. Spark. That'd be a sun card. I'm sorry, a star card. Sheesh. A star card. Yeah, Shelley, it's a sun card with a star on it. It don't make no sense. Hey, we got 95 likes. Woo woo. Dream. And one more. Yeah, Denise, this is pretty cool. I got most of my decks, honestly, came from Timo. Most of them. Some were gifted. Let me see, where's my... This is the deck that Denise gifted me from one of her decks from her eBay. Art Nouveau. What else did I get from there? What's it? Hold on, folks. Huh. All right, just stinker. Not sure where that went. Oh, there it is. Denise also has the stained glass tarot on her eBay. Show you one of these. Which one should we show? Spirit King. We should show the Eight of Pentacles. That's what the cards look like. And the last card, self-love. All right, choose guys. I'm gonna leave you to it. Yeah, they're pretty, huh, Lori? Stained glass. If you guys chew it, I'll come back and shut it down in about half an hour. So around quarter of. There's 3 more videos to make and a reading to do. So, thanks for showing up, you guys. We're going to be all white. Oh, thank you, Kareem. Shower curtain. I didn't care when I bought it. I was like, that's the one I want right there. I'm thinking about changing to something just as colorful. All right, you guys. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Don't forget the Zoom room will be at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. All right, where we can say whatever we want. I do what I want. All right, later, taters.